What's up everybody? Today we're going to talk about performance of the Puma MB.01. They retail for 170 euros or dollars. This is the iridescent colorway and I got my pair from SK Store. Big thanks to them and you'll find a link to their website. They offer worldwide shipping if you're interested in copying them. There's a few sizes left. Before we get into performance, we're going to do it a little bit differently for today's video. Usually I always start with traction, then move on to cushioning and you know the rest. But today we're going to start with the most controversial aspect, or an aspect that's actually holding a lot of people back from buying them, which is the support of the MB.01. And why is it an aspect that's holding a lot of people back? Well, first of all, because Melo had a lot of ankle injuries when he was playing with this shoe, and a lot of you also seem to have issues when playing with them. I didn't have any issues when playing, no problems whatsoever. I actually think that they're very supportive, so I definitely want to talk about that and maybe also bust a little bit of a myth there that the MB.01 is not supportive enough, because that was something that was commented underneath my Instagram reels or TikTok videos a lot when I posted about the MB.01. So to get that out of the way, the MB.01 actually have a lot of very good support features. For one, they have a very nice lacing system that keeps you locked in, goes all the way up. Of course, it doesn't matter if it's a high top or a low top, but it's important that the lacing system goes up to your ankle, to the back of your foot, to keep your foot in place and not to have heel slippage. What's also important for heel slippage is that you have a heel counter, which this shoe has. It has an internal TPU heel counter, and we also have a plastic TPU sidewall here, those X's actually, that are very nice for lateral support and also work a little bit as a caging for the full-length nitro foam that is used in the shoe, which is something we'll talk about later, so that it's not too soft or wobbly, so that you're nice and stable. And something else that's very, very important for a supportive shoe is that they have a wide base. And as you can see, these definitely have a wide base. So I really had no issues whatsoever. And something that's also interesting about the MB.01 is that they're actually tilted inwards just a tiny bit, which also helps prevent ankle injuries. So why did Melo injure his ankle so often with this shoe? Because he landed on someone else's foot. I usually play my games with ankle braces or tape, and that is really the only thing that can prevent serious ankle sprains, but not even that can prevent or reduce the risk to 0%, because if you land on someone else's foot, there's only so much a shoe can do. You could be wearing a shoe that goes up to here or up to your calves, and you might not roll your ankle, but then it's going to go to the next joint up, which is the knee. And I'd much rather have a minor ankle sprain than a severe knee injury, or like a dislocated knee or a twisted knee whatsoever. That's way more painful and takes way longer to heal. And as I said, he landed on someone else's foot or stepped on the base of the basket or somewhere on the sidelines on somebody's foot from the viewers that were courtside. And that's why he rolled his ankle so much. And as I said, it's not the shoe's fault. That's kind of a misconception that's been going around for a very long time. I just wanted to clear that up. At least I didn't have any issues also when I was using them without ankle braces. Now, moving on to the traction setup as usual. Also a very, very controversial topic on the MB.01, as also a lot of you let me know that you have a lot of issues with them. And again, I didn't have issues from traction performance itself. I just had a few more issues with dust pickup. You can see there's still some dust here on the outsole. I also put some close-ups in the video for you to see. And that's something that we can definitely agree on. Dust pickup on the MB.01 is an issue while playing. Traction performance on clean courts is really, really good. You stick to the floor, there's no problems whatsoever. But if it gets dusty and you don't wipe, then you'll be sliding. Just for the pattern, we have a traditional herringbone pattern. It's a little bit weirder in the forefoot and the heel. We also have some X's, but in its most basic form, it's just a herringbone setup. It's not too deep, and this is also a translucent outsole, and it seems that the translucent has way better performance than the solid rubber, but I've never tried a pair with solid rubber outsoles. As you can see, I have the Golden Child colorway up here as well, which also has a translucent outsole. Durability doesn't seem to be the best. The grooves are not very deep, so I wouldn't take these outdoors, at least not with a translucent, but the translucent is for sure really, really good for clean indoor courts. And also if you wipe, they are good for dusty indoor courts as well. Just think of wiping them off once in a while you're playing. What I find really, really cool is that you can see the rare through the translucent outsole. That's also something you can see on the solid rubber outsoles. So I like the translucent outsoles on Puma shoes a lot more than the solid rubber outsoles. Moving on to the cushioning setup, it's probably my favorite aspect of the MB.01. We have a full-length bed of nitro foam, and it's really comfortable. We also have great step and comfort because the insole that's in the MB.01, I'll try to get it out. It's probably glued down already because I used them quite a bit. Is very soft as well. I'd like to show it to you, but I don't think I can get it out of this pair. I'll try on my other pair. Give me a second. There we go. I haven't played with these as much. That's why I can get them out relatively easily. We don't really have a big cutout on the strobo board, but it's very soft already. So it's way softer than your traditional Nike or Adidas strobo boards. And the insole that's used, it's a regular foam insole, but it's very soft and way comfier than what you get from Adidas or from Nike or also other brands. And that's why step and comfort is so nice as well, because you have the full length, the full bed of nitrofoam right underneath your foot. As I said, the shank is bottom loaded. So you have the full length bed of nitrofoam plus this very nice and comfy insole, which makes for great stepping comfort. I'm going to put this one away and take back the iridescent colorway. So as I said, it's really comfy. The downside to that setup is that for the first couple of uses before you break it in, also partly because the insole is so soft and it takes some time for the compression to get less actually, it kind of feels like you're sinking into the shoe too much and you're losing a little bit of energy. That's just an impression I had. Let me know down below if you also had that issue with the MB.01s. For me, it felt a little bit like running on quicksand. That's exaggerated now, but I think you get what I mean. You lose a lot of energy because the foam is so soft, so it can take some time for the foam to stiffen up a little bit more, and then it's a perfect and comfy ride. So I'm really enjoying playing them just because they are so comfortable. And something else that also makes them really comfy are the materials. They are also very soft, well padded in the heel, and especially also in the tongue area. They are 100% synthetic, and still they are extremely comfortable. They hug around your foot nicely, and they also don't overheat your feet. So there's a decent amount of airflow through the materials. In my opinion, I didn't have any issues. And they are very comfortable and also supportive enough because they are a little bit on the thicker side as well. So great mix of comfort and support on the MB.01s. The fit of the MB.01s is also something I like a lot because they are wide foot friendly. And as you know, if you've watched my other videos, I have very wide feet. So I really enjoy playing in them. I would still go true to size. They don't fit big or too wide. Just keep in mind, if you have wide feet, you don't need to go up half a size. Just if you have extremely wide feet, then you probably need to try on every shoe in store anyways. For the weight of the MB.01, that's also a little bit of a, I wouldn't say weak point because I don't mind the weight as much, but for some of you that might be a reason why you don't like these as much, as they are on the heavier side. All in all, I really enjoyed playing in the MB.01 and I can recommend them. They are supportive, they are good performers on clean courts, and on dusty courts you just need to wipe from time to time. With that being said, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, leave a like and comment your thoughts on the MB.01. See you next time for more performance reviews.